That's what the tithe does. My obedience happens here. The moment that I give 1 penny beyond is the moment that I'm a kingdom builder. And we make it so complicated sometimes. So when it comes to giving, like there's so many different lanes that we give in. Like check this out. This is Convoy of Hope. We give to Convoy of Hope. These are missions that we will never stop. Okay? We are a missions-minded church. Convoy of Hope is the first responders when a disaster hits and a hurricane comes through. They're the people that are boots on the ground that provide groceries and water and diapers and everything. When a hurricane hits, we give. Why? Because we're in the midst of a hurricane zone. We understand when an earthquake hits, we give. Like for Ukraine, these people are still dropping containers in the country of Ukraine because they're taking care of people. So this is a missions venture. Now, this is campus expansion. You know what that is? The 20 pieces of carpet that there's a gentleman that sits somewhere in this church. He said, Pastor, he said, here's the deal. I bought 20 pieces of carpet. I'm like, well, praise the Lord. He said, I bought everything that sits around where I stand in on church. He said, I think everybody else ought to do the same. And I was like, hold up. You get it. It's about all of us. It's not about one of us. And together we see God do greater in our lives. Campus expansion is what will happen in the kids center when we add rooms and add a second floor to this room and we add expansion to it. Campus expansion is when we add another campus on the other side of town and God provides and we take a group of people and we go over there and we start another Ocean Way on the west side. Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? Foster care. You know something? We believe in foster care. We provide for foster care through what we call the portal. And basically there's families that sign up to be foster care parents. And what happens is this church will get an email or a call or something and say, we need a mattress, we need a washer, we need diapers, we need other. You know what we do? We respond. Why? Because that's what the community does. And we just believe in this community. Then there's this one. This is Speed the Light and BGMC. You may not know anything about this, but this is what our teenagers, they all should know. And every single one of them. We want them to be kingdom builders at a very young age. Speed the Light provides all the essential communications and all the essential transportation. And it's a compassionate response. The kids in the Assemblies of God have bought every single tractor trailer that this company uses except one. And they have a fleet of them. They have purchased every single disaster relief vehicle. Purchased by what? Teenagers. Teenagers in the Assemblies of God gave over $15 million last year together. That's a great place to celebrate. Come on now. BGMC, your kids, like right now, they're in this the floor of the ceiling or something. I don't know what it is. It's got to do with fish, and you go over and pick up your kids. And what it is it's all about Boys and Girls Missionary Challenge. It's providing missionaries with the materials and the supplies that they need. We equip our missionaries in every way. We want your children and your students to understand what missions is. Then there's this big give thing that we do in the fall. Last year we gave, it was well over $10,000. I think it was $18,000 to the middle school next door. We went in and provided backpacks and food and did an event to provide for the families in our neighborhood. Then there's a fall festival. Literally 1,500 people will show up and descend on this property. How does it take place? The church does it. Then there's missions trips. There's a trip to Alaska and there's a trip to Belgium this year. When we say a trip to Alaska, we fund the project, building the dorm, building these different things. There's still space for you to jump on one of those trips and be a part of that. Then there's missionaries, and your worship team, you can come. Missionaries, these are the boots on the ground people that we support. Your church supports 93 different missionaries around the world on a monthly basis, okay? And at a minimum, it's $50, and it can go up to $150 per missionary. Think of that. We give that because we believe that our mission is not just Ocean Way, our mission is the world. Can you just thank God for that? Come on now. We'll never stop. You might be a person here like I get that. I understand that. That moves my heart in every way. And then there's outreach and warehouse. We've put a warehouse with an outreach center just down the street. And at the warehouse, they will feed literally almost 3,000 people this year out of the warehouse. 3,000 families will come through and get groceries that comes in from BJ's. We have an account with BJ's and they donate food. We have Feeding Northeast Florida and Farm Share who donate all of this resource. Last year we gave over $200,000 worth of groceries to families in our community from our parking lot outreach that feeds monthly 300 plus families. Why? We don't shy away from this. But here's what I want you to understand. Each one of these missions adventures, everything that we do together fits into one lane. We want to make it so simple and so easy for you that when you become a tither, the moment that you go 1 cent beyond, guess what happens? You become a kingdom builder. All of the missions ventures that we do fit into one lane, and we say, God, we want you to expand it and grow it and do it in greater ways. Yeah, my kingdom offering, you know what it's doing? It provides carpet. It provides for missionaries monthly. It provides everything that we do to do everything locally and globally around this world. So when we choose generosity, what we're saying is, God, I'm going to be obedient with my tithe, but you know something? I'm going to be generous with what you put in here. Here's why. The world of the generous gets larger and larger